Hey YouTube, Native Stacker here. Excuse the shaky camera, I'm doing this in my hand. So, I've got 3 ounces of silver shot there, 2 ounces there, all weighed up, and 1 ounce there. Today, I'm going to kind of do casting. This is my little homemade mini furnace. There's some MAP gas, and I'm gonna cast a 1 ounce Rollo. Salivate Metal said he'd like to see both nuggs and a Rollo, so here's gonna be a 1 ounce Rollo, and I'm going to use my mini furnace to do it instead of pouring it, because I'll be pouring some nuggets later. Anyway, stand by. Alright, so here we go. We've got the torch going. We've got our 1 ounce of silver shot inside our little crucible there. We're going to put the lid on now. You can still see the flame going inside there. So I'll show it again in just a little bit here when I've got it all in liquid form. Stand by. Alright, so while that's cooking away, I'm going to get set up for my next pour. This is a 2-piece mold, and this is a 2 ounce nugget when it's done, and on this side is a 3 ounce nugget. I've got a bigger one. I did make a 4 and a 5 ounce. Here's a mold for a 5 ounce nugget. That's a really big nugget, and it's hard to pour. So I've only done one of them. But I'm going to get set up for the next pour while the Rollo's cooking, and I'll be back. Alright, so this has been cooking for a while. Let's take a look inside and see what it looks like. Hard to tell on the camera, but looks like it's liquid. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we might be done. I'm going to take that out of there, and we'll take a look at it when it cools down a bit. Hang on. Alright, well, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It's hard to see when it's in that little crucible cooking away, and apparently I should have left it in there just a little longer because some of the silver didn't completely turn to liquid. But I'm going to redo it. This time I'm going to pour it, so we'll see how that turns out. Hold tight. Okay, so we're going to pour it this time, and I've got a brand new crucible right there. And there's my crucible for melting. There's a propane torch I set to the bottom, and then I still use my MAP gas torch on the top. And the reason that I'm doing it this way instead of in an electric furnace is because I can actually control the amount of silver that I use in each pour. If I want 1 ounce, I just use slightly more than 1 ounce of silver shot. So let's give it a try. Alright, that time it looks like it turned out very nice. So, there you go, Sal. How's that? I'll after I clean it up and stamp it, I'll show you guys at the end. But for now, I'm going to set up for a 2 ounce pour in this mold right here. Be right back. So when I'm pouring into these 2-piece molds, I use a stand-up torch, and I preheat the mold. I preheat it actually pretty good. You can see a little bit of like some moisture right there from rapidly heating it. Then I'll use my MAP gas. In the meantime, I'm heating up the crucible again. But I'll use my MAP gas on this to heat up the sides a little bit before I start heating my silver. So hold tight. Alright, so there we have it poured in there. I left just a little bit on the rim right there, so it might not be an exact 2-ounce piece, but we'll see. I try to go over a little bit more than I have to when I weigh. Added a little bit of borax to give it a little extra shine, so I'm going to get it out of this mold and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so there we have it out of the mold. Give it a little dip here and we'll listen to her sizzle. How's that? Didn't sizzle that much. Must have cooled more than I thought. Alright, we'll see what they look like when they're all cooled off and ready to stamp. Alright, well, I just finished pouring the 3-ounce. Looks kind of shiny in there, don't it? Let's see, we'll put this over here so you can watch me take it out of the mold. There it is, out of the mold. Right, let's stick it in some water here. Take you with me for that. Ooh, steam bath. Alright, so these pours went pretty well. I'm going to bring them in the house, get out the scale, and we'll weigh them out and see what we got. They all should weigh just a little more than their, specified amount, 1, 2, or 3 ounce. So, hang tight. Alright, here we are back in the house. We're going to get the scale running here. So here's that 1-ounce Rollo. Sal wanted to see me pour. Got just a little dot of some schmutz there on the top, but the good thing about it is you just tap it real lightly with a little brass punch and it shatters and comes right off. So let's see, we've got this scale set at ounces troy, and let's see here, can I get this to focus with the camera? There we go. 1.014 for the 1-ounce Rollo. Here's the 2-ounce silver nugget. Turned out really nice. That's where I stamped the purity and everything. Let's see what we got here. 2.039 ounces. And here's the really hard one. These 3-ounce ones, they're pretty big and they're a little tough to pour sometimes, but this one poured out all right. So what do we got there? 3.043. So they all weigh over. I'm going to clean these up a little bit. This one probably don't really need any cleanup, but the other two need a little bit of cleaning, and then I'll stamp them and we'll take another look at them. Alright, so here we have the Rollo. It's stamped. 1-ounce Troy, 999. I knocked that little button of sledge off of there, but it left a little bit of a crater. It's okay, still weighs out. Nice little bit of character on the bottom. Some ripples on the sides. Turned out pretty good. I've done better ones, but that turned out pretty good. Alright, so next up is, turn it the right way so you can read it. 3/9 fine, 2 in the middle, ounce Troy. That's pretty hefty too. It's got some weight to it. It feels good in the hand. And here is the 3-ouncer. So this one I stamped up here. It says 3-ounce Troy 999. And then I put a number 8 down here because this one's spoken for, and it is going to my buddy Kevin Rose, and we're actually doing a trade for some of his something of his. He's got an online store, and we're going to work out a trade. We've been talking about it since earlier this winter. So anyway, there you have it. I will be doing more pouring when I do. Maybe I can set the camera up next time so that you could actually watch me pour, but it's tough to do where I'm at because everything is all kind of just packed in there. But looks like we're going to have plenty of time on our hands, so maybe I'll just go out there and clean it all up so I got a place to put the camera. All right, have fun everyone. See ya.